Hello Cancer, this is your September forecast and it's an extremely powerful month ahead. Why? Well, we've got the eclipses coming up on the 13th and the 28th of this month, so that's a lot of powerful energy. We've got Venus, ruler of your relationships and your finances, going direct. She's been retrograde since the 25th of July, so it's going to be a nice energy moving forward. We've also got Saturn changing sign on the 18th of the month, going out of Scorpio and moving into Sagittarius, where he's going to stay until the end of 2017. And as if that wasn't enough, we've also got Mercury, planet of communications, going retrograde until October 9th. So let me break it down for you, my lovely Cancerians. On the 7th of the month, we've got Venus. Venus, ruler of money and love, going direct in your second house of money. So anything to do with your finances that you've been thinking about, wondering about, maybe promoting a new product or service, maybe deciding what to do to spend some money, to save some money, how you're going to use your money, how you earn money. All of this now, any projects concerning money can start to move forward now. It's a forward momentum now that Venus goes direct for you. And also for those of you who've been wanting to spend money on some luxury good or something you like very much, now that Venus is direct, you're going to make some much better decisions and not be sorry if you do something. If you spend some money that you won't enjoy it afterwards. And also good time now, Venus is direct, to do any kind of beauty treatment, cosmetic treatment, anything like that, and to get any kind of new clothes, new colours, anything like that also is better aspected. On the 13th of the month, we've got this powerful, very powerful new moon solar eclipse happening for you at 20 degrees of Virgo, happening in your third house. So new moon solar eclipses are always times of new beginnings, new opportunities. And for you, this is going to be a particularly important time to do with anything to do with learning something, because Jupiter is going to be in this third house for the next year. The Sun is in this house until the 23rd of this month. So this is triggering a lot of possibilities for you Cancerians with studying, with learning, with teaching, with sharing information. It's a great time for writing that book, publishing that book, publishing anything. Great time for any kind of socializing with the people in your neighborhood, maybe getting to know your neighbors. So many of us just pass one another like ships in the night. A great time, new opportunity for doing anything concerning technology, anything concerning the internet, sales, promotions, negotiations, all these things with this new moon solar eclipse in this third house. It's also going to trigger your thinking patterns. Are you thinking hard enough? Are you just accepting too much of what other people are saying and what you're reading and not thinking enough for yourself? This too can be triggered with this new moon solar eclipse in your third house. Now on the 18th of September, we've got Mercury going retrograde until October 9th. And retrograde here in your fourth house of home and family. So you might want to be thinking during this retrograde about how you communicate with those closest to you. Does something need to change? Do you need to have a heart-to-heart conversation with somebody close to you? It's a great time for reconsidering or maybe reconfiguring your furniture, how your environment generally. And you may also be thinking about possibly moving. I know Cancerians you like things to stay the same, especially when it comes to your security and stability. But you may just be thinking about ways, reflecting on ways in which you can feel more secure and more stable. On the 18th of September, as well, as if that wasn't enough, it's the 18th, is a big day, Saturn So initially for the first couple of weeks in your 5th house, and then moving to your 6th house. So while Saturn is still retrograde in your 5th house, still in Scorpio in your 5th house, this is a time finally to be really looking at a business structure, how you structure your time. Good time to be looking at, maybe you might feel some extra responsibilities to do with children or young people. And also a time where you may have been just feeling as though you have to focus and work very hard. Now Saturn going into your 6th house and staying there until the end, whoops, doesn't want to stay straight, and staying there until the end of 2017, so there for the next 2 years, just over 2 years, Saturn in this 6th house, it's an opportunity to get really serious about your physical health, physical body. I've seen some people get really fit during this period because they put in great structures to keep well, to stay well. It's a good time to study anything to do with medicine or healing or herbs or anything that you might be interested in that field, excuse me. It's also a very good time to look at your work area. There can be some extra responsibilities that you take on in work, and there can also be an ending or a completion with one particular job, and maybe the starting of either a new direction in your career or taking on a different role within maybe the same company. On the 24th of the month, we've got the Sun coming to join that Mercury retro in the 4th house. And on the 25th of the month, on the 24th of the month, that Mercury retrograde, it's messing my brain a little. So we've got the Sun there, so shining a light on your home, your family. Could be some good news about a family member. Could be an opportunity to work from home, to do a project from home. And on the 25th of the month, we've got Mars coming into this 3rd house, meaning that you're likely to be very busy. Lots of moving around, short trips, going here, going there, planning this, planning that. And also with Mars there, it's a good time to push through some kind of a contract or agreement. Now, I know that you've got this Mercury retrograde, so I'm not saying that you're going to take action about it until after October the 9th, but still good time to push through some negotiations to keep moving with a project that you've already got in motion. And finally, on the 28th of September, we've got a full moon lunar eclipse happening for you up here in your 10th house, being energized by that Uranus energy. So this could be a completion connected with work. It could be something culminating in your work area. So maybe you've been working towards something and you get acknowledged, you're recognized. A project comes to fruition. Something happens and it's like, ah, yes, now I'm being recognized. Equally, it could be a completion, an ending, something maybe that you've been working on for a while and it's time to end it and move on to something new. It could also be an awakening as far as your career and your life direction is concerned. So it's going to be a very busy month, lots happening. I know that your relationships, I know I've not mentioned much to do with relationships, but you've got enough going on, likelihood is, Cancerians, with Pluto in that 7th house, you're bringing to your life some very karmic relationships, some deep relationships, and also the opportunity for some great transformation happening in relationships. It's just that Pluto is not a fast-moving planet, so things are happening more slowly, more gradually in that area for you. And because this is a powerful eclipse season, I decided why not, just before the retrograde Mercury on September 12th, I'm doing another seminar in London, this time about relationships. And because communications are so important, we're seeing that with the global economy, with Europe, with the euro, with all the currencies, the banksters, everything going on. And I feel that communications are so important in our relationships. So I'm going to be looking at Mercury and relationships, how you communicate, your need for communication, and the people around you. And you'll learn so much about better ways and more understanding and tolerance, and how the people around you get their needs met and how they communicate or don't communicate in relationships. So for those of you who can't come, there'll be an online opportunity, highlights of this seminar, but I do hope I'll get to meet lots of you in person. Thank you for listening, subscribing, commenting, sharing. I do appreciate it. Have a great month. Bye for now.